complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My gracious lord, this man has my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And, most noble duke, this man has bewitched the bosom of my child. With cunning thou hast stolen my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubbornness. If, therefore, royal sir, my daughter does not here, before your grace, consent to marry with Demetrius, let the stern law punish her disobedience and cage her in a nunnery.
Be advised, fair Hermia, to you your father should be as a god, the maker of those beauties, yea, and one to whom you are but as a form in wax, by him imprinted, and within his power to leave the figure or disfigure it.
Oh, would my father look but with my eyes!
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
Let me entreat you, sir, to pardon me. I know not by what power I've made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence to unfold my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
To abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth. Examine well your blood, whether, if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun, to be immured forever in a cloister.
Is there no mean? No other choice?
None, Hermia, none. Therefore, prepare to be obedient. Or like the rose to wither on the tree. Consider well. Take until tomorrow morning and give me then your resolution.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield your doubtful title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander. True, he has my love. And what is mine, my love shall render him, and she is mine, and all my right in her I give, and settle on Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as nobly born as he. My fortune's every way as great as his, and without boast, my love is more than his. But what is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should this faithless man invade my right, he who solicited old Nidar's daughter and won her love? The beauteous Helena, though she's neglected, she, poor lady, dotes upon this spotted and inconstant man.
'Tis true, Lysander, I have heard as much. But, Hermia, you must fit your fancies to your father's will, or as the law ordains it, which by no means we may extenuate. You must take an everlasting farewell of this world. Tomorrow in the morning give your answer. Aegeus and Demetrius, come with me. So, farewell.
Ay me! For aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth.
If then true lovers ever have been crossed, it stands as a decree in destiny. Therefore, let us teach each other patience, because it is a customary cross.
'Tis well advised. Pray hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager, of great revenue, and she has no child. To her we'll fly, and there, my sweetest love, there, if you consent, I'll marry you. And thither this inhuman, cruel law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal from thy father's house this very night, and in the wood a mile without the town, near the great spreading oak, I'll stay for thee.
Oh, my Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by all the oaths which ever men have broken, number more than women ever spoke, I will where thou appointst me, my Lysander.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Welcome, fair Helena. You mock me, Hermia, when you call me fair. 'Tis you are fair. 'Tis you, Demetrius, love. Sickness is catching, oh, were beauty so. I'll catch your graces, Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue, sweet harmony. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art You charm and govern my Demetrius' heart.
I frowned upon him, yet he loved me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He shall no more see my face.
To you, fair Helen, we'll disclose our minds. This very night, when Luna does behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, we from this cursed town will steal away.
And in the wood, where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander and myself will meet, to seek new friends and stranger companies.
Oh.
Madam, farewell. Oh, may the powers above make Helen happy in Demetrius' love.
How happy some or other some may be. I am in beauty as extolled as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid, painted blind. Love never had of judgment any taste, wings and no eyes must figure thoughtless haste, and therefore is love said to be a child, because so often in his choice beguiled. As boys e'en at their sports themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. Before Demetrius saw fair Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. But when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. What to Demetrius, and tell him of their flight, the place they meet at by the moon's pale light. Then to the wood will he pursue the maid, and if he thanks me, I am overpaid.
Is all our company here? You are best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script. Here is the scroll of every man's name who is thought fit through all the town to play in our interlude before the Duke, at the marriage of Demetrius and Hermia, or Lysander and Hermia, no matter which.
First, good Peter Quinn, say what the play treats on, then call forth the actors, and so go on to appoint the parts.
Now, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, good Peter Quinn, call forth the actors. Master, spread yourself.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready? Name what part I am for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
Now, what is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallantly for love.
That will have some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the ladies look to their eyes. I will move stones. I will condole in some measure to the rest. Yet my chief humour is for a tyrant. I could play Hercules, really.
The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far, and make and mar the foolish fates.
This is not there, eh? Now go forth the rest of the players. See, this was Hercules' fine, the tyrant's fine. A lover is more condoling, but soft what light through yonder window.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
You must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight.
It is the lady Pyramus must love.
Oh, nay, faith. Let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming.
That's all one. You shall play it in a mask, and if I speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'm speaking a monstrous little voice.
Thisbe. Ah, Pyramus, my lover dear, my Thisbe dear, lady dear.
No. No, you must play Pyramus. And Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, the tailor.
Here, Peter.
You must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Stout, the tinker.
Here, Peter Prince.
You Pyramus's father, myself, Thisbe's father, Snug the joiner. You, the lion's part. And I hope here is a play fitted.
Yes. Have you the lion's part written? I pray you, if it be, give it me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar you or do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar you. They'll make the Duke say, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
If you should do it too terribly, you would fright the ladies and they would shriek. And that were enough to hang us all.
It's not to fright the ladies out their wits. They might have no more discretion but to anger. But I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar you as gently as to any sucking dove. I will roar you as to any nightingale.
You can play no part but Pyramus.
For Pyramus is a gentle youth, as noble a man as one should see in a summer's day, a most proper, gentlemanlike man. Therefore you must needs play Pyramus.
I will undertake it then.
Brocq, you bit of wench.
Oh, what's haste thou, Billy Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe will never please. First, Pyramus must take a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By our luck, in a parlour spear.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all's done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue. And let the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords. And that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Nick Bottom the Weaver! That'll put him out of all fear!
Well, we will have such a prologue. Will not the ladies be afraid of the lion?
I fear it. I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves. I mean, to bring in, God bless us, alive among ladies is the most dreadful thing. For there's not a more fearful wildfowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, we must have another prologue to tell them that he's not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name. And half his face must show through the lion's neck, and he himself must speak through it, saying, that's sort of the same defect. Ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble. My life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity on my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man, as other men are. Well, there indeed, then him name his name and tell them plainly that he is Snug the joiner.
Well, it may be so, but there are two hard things in our comedy. To bring the moonshine into a chamber. But Pyramus and Thisbe did meet by moonlight.
Yeah, does the moon shine the night we play our play?
Oh, a calendar! Look in the almanac! Find out moonshine! Find out moonshine!
Yes, it does.
Well, then, we may have a casement in the great hall window where we play our play open, and the moon can shine in into the casement.
Or else, one may come in with a lantern and a bush of thorns and say that he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine.
Oh!
Yeah. Then, there is another hard thing. We must have a wall in the great room. The Pyramus and Thisbe, as says the story, they talk through the chink of the wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Well, some man or other must present wall. And let him have some loam or some rough cast or some plaster about it to signify wall. And let him hold his fingers thus, and that would be the cranny through which Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
Yeah! That may be so all's well. Now, here, my master, here are your parts. And I am to entreat you, request request you and desire you to come the against night and meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town, by moonlight. There we will rehearse. For if we meet in the city, we will be dogged with company and our devices known. In the meantime, I will get all your properties ready and all your habits, that every man may dress to act in form. And I pray you, fail me not, we will meet. And there when they rehearse, act up seemly and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Action! At the due time we meet.
And bring him in. About him revel, dance and sing. Pinch his arms, his thighs, his shins. Pinch till he confess his sins.
Think thy commands already done. About this gloomy grove will run, swift as the wind or the standing corn.
Here, sing and entertain, my dear. Describe that happiness, that peace of mind, that lovers only in retirement find.
all that fill up the fountain.
Lovely boy. No noise his sweet repose destroy. How often in these soft white arms has he slept, secure from harms? These tender arms have been his bed.
this breast a pillow for his head.